Lonn, thank you.
You sort of start with building performance and you think about energy consumption in general, but it's not simply about kind of implementing new standards to use less energy, let's say. If the results aren't aesthetically powerful and they're not really kind of integrated, then it doesn't become part of, let's say, the kind of culture of how we live. Efficiency on its own is very abstract, right? But when that translates into kind of positive qualities environmentally and also in terms of the atmosphere that you live in, that becomes real. It becomes something that you experience. So we love the idea of translating notions of efficiency to something that's really aesthetically kind of wonderful to experience. There's an interesting movement, I forget exactly what it's called, it's like the healthy house movement in a certain way, where people are becoming much more, let's say, conscious of materials, off-gassing, artificial materials versus natural materials. That begins to, I think, kind of encapsulate a more holistic approach to how we think about building and how we think about design. At the end of the day, architecture has to straddle human desires, aesthetic goals, energy codes, and cost, ultimately. And I think that it's really important to consider all of those things together. And the designs that we've been developing, and where we're focusing really right now, is to look at ways of creating a desirable aesthetic, a kind of a holistic approach that is affordable ultimately. It's extraordinarily important to look at every opportunity of design on a case-by-case basis and to remind yourself that you're not looking for one solution that can be applied everywhere. So at the scale of work that we're investigating right now, which is occupying the world between research and actual implementation, we're trying to find the right balance between existing building systems, smart approaches to construction, and the integration of, let's say, natural light, air, ventilation into that, so you produce a really kind of healthy environment that's also aesthetically desirable.